160 million allocated to HBCU.
That's right.
How do you see, I guess in the Southeast, HBCUs bridging that gap in terms of what opportunities are for the everyday person who's looking for scholarships or what have you?
Well, a lot of people like to say that, you know, they want to invest in this company, they want to invest in this industry, they want to invest in the plant, you know, they want to invest in other people's companies, other people's interests and ventures. And from my research and my studies, again, I am a graduate student at Georgia State University. I'm going for my master's education in digital literacy. Long story short, a lot of things are becoming internet and web-based. So, based on just trying to position myself, when those courseworks, or when a teacher send your child home with something they got to do on the computer, I'll be able to help you out, understand what they need to do. So that's just my long-term goals. But as far as that, and bridging the gap between the Farm Bill and black schools, again, you said before, there is a very high shortage of diverse minority representation in agriculture and farming.
Absolutely.
Very, very low. So what the thinking, the pattern is now, we need to create more of ourselves, if I may say. We need to start investing into ourselves, to our future, to our schools, to our communities. That's where we need to start putting our money so we can see an immediate return. Because if you have a cousin, nephew, son, daughter in high school who's very undecided, like I was at one point, did not know when he wanted to do a major. You know that you want to go to school, but you didn't want to go to school for what?
Right.
So this is one of those options that the Farm Bill has put in place that said, hey, look, Hurricane Michael did a lot of damage for Southwest Georgia. I don't know, maybe a little bit of North Florida too. Hurricane Michael did a lot, about $100 million worth of damage. A lot of people, harvest yields were low. Peaches, cotton, soy, corn. Farmers are hurting. They said we're not going to make as much money as we used to make because of this. So now, I know a lot of people say, hey, let's make some money on this, hey, let's look into this. But from my standpoint of this is being used to fix a problem. This is why they're looking into, that's why they're opening the doors, they're bridging the gap, like, hey, China's costing too much, charge too much for their hemp. We have people who are suffering from opiate addiction. You know, we have too many people popping up dead off pills. And that I've very, 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 very heard this very little bit of information. Tobacco is a no-go. The FDA wants you to stop smoking tobacco. And the reason is it costs too much money to keep those smokers alive. So, I mean, I can say, Doctor here, I'm ASA 1 when I had my hernia surgery, which means I don't have any side effects or anything by taking medication, but I still have my ailments. I have hereditary issues. We have low ligaments to my knees. They pop and they crack all the time. I'm flat-footed. I have my conditions. I have things that wrong with me that just don't have them prescribed by a doctor. But I do see the benefit that if I were to be able to go ahead and get a medical marijuana card, I would use that towards the things that would help me benefit my life. But all that to say is tobacco was not one of those. I go to a chiropractor, I had back problems, you do construction, my family, home improvement, carrying a lot of heavy stuff, had to go to a chiropractor. Sir, do you smoke? Yes, stop smoking. Before I had my hernia surgery. Sir, do you smoke? Yes, stop smoking. We'll give you a pill to help you stop smoking. I said, no thank you. So all that came back to me, and like I said, reading over everything else, tobacco crops, tobacco farmers, they are losing their value. So right now, if you know any tobacco farmers in the South Georgia, Florida, or anywhere, that'll be your first best bet as far as taking advantage of the hemp and agriculture, because those are the main people who are switching over as we speak. Like I said, to Marlboro, North Carolina, Kentucky, big tobacco companies. They know they're losing money, and they know this information too. So of course, that's why you start hearing reports, these big people, these big companies start investing in cannabis, investing in hemp now, because they see that they're losing money with their vendor.
What schools offer the best, who really offering an opportunity? I know a lot of our extension program, HBCUs, they still seek, they private. Like you have to dig for the information. Are there any HBCUs who you can see where you would recommend your child or your student?
Absolutely, because I have daughters. I have twin girls. So if I want them, my mother, the grandmother, have already exposed them to the college life, the college experience at Albany State. Let them know that, hey, this is what you can do later on in life at school. You still learn new stuff. So as far as a land grant black school or a black school, typically land grant because those are the ones going to get the money.
Right.
19 land grant black schools are going to get this money, additional funds to expand on their agriculture department. So schools such as Kentucky State, Fort Valley State, Prairie View A&M, South Carolina State, North Carolina A&T, Florida A&M, thank you. Central State. It's on 19. I had to get Tuskegee. Oh, and my brother man, he just said Tuskegee. Now, out of everything I just said, Bama has 2 land grant black schools, Alabama A&M and Tuskegee. So that means my cousin who graduated from Tuskegee, he already saw it. Oh, so that means we'll get double the money. And I just saw a report, Tuskegee puts out the most veterinarians, well, black veterinarians throughout the whole country, over 7%. And hemp is being used for what? Animals, pet treatments, building materials, ropes, biofuel. That's why another reason why me and Coach, I informed Coach about the whole situation. Like the bulb that went up on me, if I go too long, please stop me. It's like, like I said, I'm in school. I have an education background. A lot of my people are educators, teachers, things like that. Like I said, I used to teach in Florida. And one thing that got me with this was I noticed how reports were coming back. Universities were doing this, schools were doing that. Oh, we offer schools so kids can grow it. We offer degrees where kids can graduate with a degree in cannabis. That is unheard of for any black boy in the South, honestly. To go to school for something that you've been told to not do and might possibly get in jail for. So that's a big gap that I said, you know what? This needs to be brought to everybody's attention. University schools need to be involved. Black schools are our basis of our education of our existence. I've noticed that only 2, you correct me, there's only 2 things that actually old considered African American: schools and churches. So with those things being said, if you want to create more farmers, agriculturals, those in technology, farming technologies, money is being sent out to those land grant black schools to expand on that. Yes, ma'am.
So science, technology, engineering, math, they all are part of this ecosystem.
STEAM.
Yes, sir.
Let
A in the art, because that's where the culture comes in.
me just give you an example of Fort Valley State. These are some of the majors they offer that some of these kids can actually get a scholarship to go to school for and get a major in. Agriculture science, agriculture economics, agriculture education, animal science, plant science, or engineering technology, agriculture engineering, electronic engineering, family and consumer sciences, food science, and I just mentioned veterinary sciences, veterinary technology. All those degrees can be applied to the hemp cannabis industry.
Do you all know how many uses it is for the hemp plant?
Over 3,000.
No, it's over 60,000.
Wow.
Over 60,000.
What was that again?
It's over 60,000 different uses for hemp. General Ford made the first hemp car. There's ropes, there's boats, hemp is almost bulletproof.
Livestock, feed.
General Ford made the first hemp, but he used a patent or the ideas from George Washington.
No, I understand that, but he made the first hemp car. I'm from Uptown. That's how I know.
Tell them.
I have a family member with a farm, so how can we get going on this hemp?
Now here's, I'm sorry.
Let me end 1 second. In Jacksonville, this is the one thing about Duval County.
Mm-hmm.
When you come to Duval, you leave something in Duval. So the first thing we have is a lot of people come here, throw their ideas, put stuff on paper, and then they go.
Mm-hmm.
And the city doesn't, so that's why I'm the gatekeeper. So we connecting the dots from the sense of a co-op. All of these resources will be at your availability. And then we just replicate the model. But we need a pilot site with all hands on deck, all intellect, all of our passion and intellect. And we need another site where manufacturing and processing goes so we can take those tours. And we need another site where we're bringing our cameras and we're filming those who are in the early stages of development, whether it's a product, a farm. And that's how we build a system that is beneficial to invite other people in. But I just want to say, whatever heart you have for giving out information and passion, start with where you are and then extend from that. But
I'm trying to ask you a question, and I'll try to wrap it up so I get some time. Mr. Smith here. Same predicament, and people in Georgia the same way. They're saying, like, oh, I got some land, what can I do with it? I want to get on that. Now, be that as it may, You know, they're keeping a very tight grip on this. They're going to monitor it, regulate it, only have select few people do it. You know, they have to go through the licensing process. You have to pay the money to get approved. Make sure you have the experience. You got to have the network. You got to have the years in your land. If I'm not mistaken, Coach. They want you to have at least a certain amount of acreage and a certain amount of years been in business.
That's in the state of Florida, right?
No, this is Georgia.
Oh, that's for Georgia.
This is Georgia.
They got it in Florida too.
Yeah, so
I understand the Florida parameters, but I'm legal. I was just showing her, like, I'm legal to grow in Georgia and to grow in Florida.
Okay.
So and I can transfer my license ability over. So if you want to grow,
there you go.
I'm saying it's aspects in which you contract. That's why I'm here.
You want to make sure that you got a viable test.
Oh no,
I
I grow in Fort Pierce right now.
Yeah, I'm with you. We want to have your product tested.
No, you're talking about for human consumption.
Yeah.
No, human consumption is the low end because like there's hemp concrete there.
Well, I'm saying you got seed for oil, you got seed for seed, and you got seed for fiber. Right? Them the only 3 seeds you got. You can provide a seed to actually provide seeds to other people, which is really where you should be at when you're talking about it. But not seed necessarily fiber, and fiber is not available based on the regulations in every state. We can't grow fiber here in Florida. It's just research purposes.
Yes.
In Kentucky,
My company is a research and development company.
I'm not arguing that. I'm not arguing it, but I'm saying that's another conversation. That's where the proof of pudding comes. That's not okay, well, let's get started.
Yeah.
And that's why Jacksonville bring things back home, because some people jump to conclusions when you know what I'm saying. So make sure we come as a collective and introduce the resources, and then the follow up to that is people who are serious, whether they want to cultivate, they want just a job, or they want to become a wellness coach and just push quality product. That's all.
I'm saying it's about the education too, because I mean we're even, you know, here's the second person that I came across in the United States that actually has this charter.
Probably one of the 3 you have.
And, yeah, so even with that, you know, I'm still trying to make sure that I run this by a prosecutor or DEA or somebody in my state to make sure that once the paperwork is right, then we move full head with information. But everything seems to be in place. You know what I'm saying? But I've been in the industry this long and didn't hear about it until his right hand man, who's my homeboy, brought it to me. But I understand that's contracting laws, and then we talk about you going into more information type. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to make sure that the average person that I'm dealing with can wind up rocking what he has. And so far, it seems to be carrying out to be legit. And today was our day to meet to shake
Everybody
hands and
has
understand what's going on.
you know, legitimated, right?
Yes, you have to be. You have to.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna have one last thing for the woman in the back, and I'm done. Pass it over, ma'am.
Yes.
A lot of things that we're doing as far as Georgia right now, I think we're mimicking the Michigan model. The Michigan model works.
I'm from Michigan, yeah.
Okay then.
But I don't know those.
Well, I'll share with you. But basically, the Michigan model is operating. They're trying to use a micro business
Yeah.
where you have other people who are working in different aspects of the industry, or let's say you know somebody who has land, you know somebody who has a building, you know somebody who has insurance. So all those people, they come together to operate and see if that can be approved by the state because you're working as a collective in the industry. So that's just an example.
So we talked to you, who we talked to get that information?
Me.
I want everybody information up here.
I'll be happy to share.
Going in the newspaper too, so just to let you know, so I have your approval.
But
Everybody-
you know that you know how this goes.
Nobody's in here wanted, and I gotta go. I'm sitting here.
Somebody on probation.
All
Yeah.
to share